There are two types of switchboards that you can create. The idea behind a switchboard is that it helps somebody who doesn't know Access very well to use your database. So here's the first kind. It is not my preferred method, but it is a way of getting one. And that is to go to Create, and in the Forms group, Navigation, and I'll pick vertical tabs on left. And let me just show you how this works. So you can see there's an Add New button here. I'm in Layout View. And what I can do is I can just drag stuff over here. So if they want to go to the customer entry form, there it is. And I just drag here and drag here. So now those are all my forms. And if they want to look at these reports, I'm dragging to the Add New button, and there we go. So now I've added all those things over there. If I look at it in Form View will show me that I can click on something and I can see it. So if somebody opens up a database and they see this and they want to enter a customer or an order, well, that'd be pretty easy. They could just find their way around the database. As I said, this isn't my preferred method, although it's certainly fine, and it's up to you if you want to use this. I'm going to close this, and I'm not going to save it. I am going to create a switchboard from scratch. So I'm going to go to Design View, and I'm going to just create a form in Design View. And you can see there's no data here. This form is not attached to any table of underlying data, and there's nothing on it. If I look at this form in Form View, it's just blank. So in Design View, I'm going to start adding some things that I want to have on my form. And I like to have the name of the database at the top, so I'll put a label up here and I'll type out Office Supplies of America. And then once I click away and click back on it, I can format that nice and big, and I could put some color in there. Let's see, apparently my database is kind of pink. I'm not sure what I think about that, but there we go. There's my Office Supplies of America database. And you know, I like to separate forms from reports. Switchboards really don't take you to anything else. They're meant to take you to forms or to reports. So I'm going to create an area to have people click on buttons to take them to forms, and an area to click on buttons to have them take you to reports. So I'm going to delineate those areas by using a rectangle tool. This rectangle, click, and then you get a crosshairs and you draw one out. And what I like to do is I like to draw one and then format it, like filled with some color, and then maybe put a label on top of it to say forms, and then fix that up, maybe a bit bigger, maybe bold. That didn't seem big enough. Let's do 26, and that looks pretty good. Now, instead of going through that twice to do the same steps to create the same thing for reports over here, I'm going to draw a square around here, selecting it, and choose Control C to copy. And then I'm going to Control V to paste, and I'm going to move this over. Try to line it up sort of nicely. And then I will change this to say, whoops, I'll change this to say reports. So now I have two identically sized rectangles and similar labels. And now I'm ready. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to call it Switchboard. Okay, so it's a form called Switchboard. And now I'm ready to put some buttons on. On the Design tab, I'm going to use some command buttons. And I'm going to click on the button, and I'm going to click down here to start my wizard. Now what I'm interested in this button doing is to open the customer's entry form, so somebody could put in a new customer or look at customers. Let's do that one. Let's just say view customers is what I want them to be able to do. So I know I want them to be able to open a form, so I'm going to choose form operations, and here's the open form choice. If you choose record operations, you're going to have different choices over here, or report, you're going to have different choices over here. So we'll look at those maybe, but right now I want them to open a form. So I'm going to choose next. Which form do I want them to open? Yes, it's the customers one, so next. And I want it to show the records because I want them to be able to view the customers. And now I'm going to tell the button to say what it's going to do. And this is very important. Don't just have it say open form because then we don't know what form they're going to be opening. So this is going to be view customers. And now I can choose next. It doesn't matter what I name the button, that's fine. So here's my button that says view customers. I'll do a couple more. I'll do a button here with a wizard to open the form of sales reps, and choose next, next, view sales reps, and next, and finish. Okay, and I'll do another one to say view orders. You get the idea? Form operation, open a form, which form, orders, next. Choose to say view orders, and next, and finish. So now I have 3 buttons. They're not nicely aligned. In fact, what I think I'll do now is I'm going to hold my shift key down while I select all 3 of those, and then go to arranged and size to widest, and then align left. And now they're all looking pretty good. Okay, time to do my report buttons. I have 4 reports that I could create buttons for. I'm going to just do one and then I'll pause and do the rest. So I'm going to go to Design tab, click on the button, click down here. This time I want a report operation because I want to open a report. I'll choose next. Which report do you want to open? How about orders by customer? And then I'll say this is what the button's going to be doing. View orders by customer report, and I'll choose finish. There's a big button that's quite wide. And now let's do another one. The next button will be to view orders by sales rep. So report operations, open a report, next. Orders by sales rep, next. It's going to say that, view orders by sales rep report, and finish. There we go. And so you can see I could keep going and have all of that done. These buttons will not work while you're in design view. When you go to form view, now the buttons become active, and if I click, here's my customer form open, and if I click, here's my report open, and this is my preferred means of creating a switchboard. Now when you are designing a database for someone who really needs a switchboard and really doesn't know Access, there are a couple more things you can do to help make the Access database more useful, and those are coming up in the next video.